Hey everybody, this is the Facebook Ads with the Twang podcast. I'm your host Ben Blackman, and today we're talking about the 3 must-have parts of an unstoppable Facebook ad. Here comes episode 62. Facebook Ads with the Twang is dedicated to taking the often overcomplicated process of creating simple, successful Facebook ads, breaking them down step by step in less than 10 minutes at a time. Let's get started. Welcome everybody to episode 62. Really excited to have you here. I know I say that all the time, but this one is super special because when this came to me, and actually I'll tell you the story behind it in just a second, but when this idea came to me, I couldn't wait to share it. It's so exciting. I was like, man, I want to get this out there now. Okay. And so I'm talking about the 3 must-have parts of an unstoppable ad. And what this is going to do is it's going to talk to you about those 3 parts, but then it'll also give you, some insight into how to take a look at your own ads and figure out what's not working and what you need to change versus what you think you need to change. Hope that makes sense. So real quick on how this came about was, my friend Sean McCool and I have, we meet every Thursday for coffee. I actually have tea, whatever. And we talk about our businesses and stuff, and Sean's like this A-level copywriter guy, right? Like he, you've seen his copy out there somewhere, right? He's amazing, and he just, really good business insights and just everything. So I get the fortunate benefit of hanging out with him every Thursday. And so we were talking about Facebook ads, as we do a lot, and he asked me why I thought people's ads, sometimes don't work. And so we got to kind of talking about it, and we broke it down into three simple things, and ended up, I made a diagram about it. So if you're listening to this, you can't see the diagram, but if you're watching this on the video on YouTube or whatever, you can see it. But of course you can't read it because my handwriting's terrible. But anyway, this diagram, I drew it out and made some notes and everything, and it really put together and what a perfect Facebook ad should look like, and what you need to do in order to make your Facebook ads literally unstoppable. So that's kind of how all this came about. Now, what happened right after I left the coffee shop was that same day, which was this past Thursday, was going to be the first day that I did one of my live calls for my Marketing with the Twang membership. So if you don't know about the Marketing with the Twang membership, I'll talk about it a little bit later. But we have live calls, and that day was the first one. And so I kind of talked about it. I got so excited. I threw out all that information to the people that were on the call, and they were like, "Oh, okay." And they thought it was really cool too. So, I had some validation there. So that was kind of nice. So then what I did was, if you listen to episode 61, I was talking about how to run ads to a video to create a really compelling retargeting audience. So what I did was, as soon as I got done with that call, that live call, I created a video and put it together and started running some ads to the video about this very thing I'm talking to you about right now. And so that's running. And in my Marketing with the Twang membership, I actually recorded myself putting in my ad, exactly how I do it. Not really an instructional video. I'm just showing people exactly how I do it so they can kind of follow along. And that's kind of things that you get with the membership. So, I haven't posted that yet, but I'm getting ready to. And then I'm also going to show them the retargeting ads that I'm going to do that are driving people, because I'm going to retarget people to the membership with that ad. Hopefully that made sense. So, that I practice what I preach and show you what I do. So anyway, that's how much I believe in this, what I'm getting ready to talk to you about. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in, okay? So I think we all know these first 3 things that I'm going to tell you about Facebook ads. We all know that you need great targeting, because if you're not targeting the right people, then how are you going to make your Facebook ads work at all, right? Targeting is crucial. You've got to get in front of the right people. If you don't, then what's going to happen, you may have a great ad, but you're going to end up spending a huge amount of money trying to get in front of a lot of people because you're not targeting the right people, if that makes sense. So targeting is crucial. We know that. Image is crucial. Now, by the way, what I'm talking to you about right here doesn't apply just to Facebook ads. I mean, I'm talking about YouTube ads. I'm talking about Google Display. I'm talking about Twitter, whatever. Okay, this applies to all those. LinkedIn, whatever. Anyway, you have to have a compelling image. If you don't have a compelling image, then people are just going to scroll on by. I mean, that's what's going to happen. They're not going to notice it. It's not going to stand out from anything else that's on the page. Okay, so they're just going to keep on going, especially on Facebook, because remember, Facebook is an engagement platform. If you're not engaging with people, then you're not going to have a successful Facebook ad. Okay, that's the direction you need to come from, because you're competing with, again, and I've mentioned this all the time, you're competing with, not your direct competitors. You're competing with, somebody's friends or family or whatever they're posting and that's showing up in these people's news feed. That's what you're competing against. So you really have to make the image has to be a scroll stopper. I mean, it just does. And then the next part, and this is the part that ties everything together, that's copy. So targeting, image, copy. Your copy is what ties it all together and qualifies or disqualifies people. So I think y'all all know that. You're like, oh, well, yeah, Ben, I know you have to have good targeting, great image, and great copy. Okay, but what you may not know is what happens if only 2 of those are hitting, right? 2 out of those 3. So here's what happens. So if your copy and your targeting are right, but your image isn't, what's going to happen is people won't stop scrolling, right? Like I was just talking about. So you're going to end up with a low number of clicks, right? You're going to end up with people, just not very many clicks. So you're going to have more impressions, meaning the ad's going to have to be shown more times. Does that make sense? So the thing that's really bad about that is if you're running a conversion campaign, like you're trying to get people to opt into something, or maybe you're trying to get people to, get your lead magnet or your webinar or buy something, whatever it is, then you're paying per impression. That's how it works, okay? And that's actually a good thing, but we'll talk about that later in another episode. But you're paying per impression. So now you're going to have more impressions because you're getting low clicks. And to boot, your landing page has to work harder. So now once people click, the landing page is going to have to do more work. Okay, so that's what happens if your copy and your targeting are right. So if you see something going on like those things I just mentioned, then you might need to take a look at your image. Okay, the next thing is what if your image is on point and your targeting's right, but your copy's off? Then what you're going to end up with is people who are interested, but they're not really qualified, because that's how you're qualifying them, by the copy. Okay, so you're going to end up with what we call lots of low quality clicks. You're going to get a lot of clicks because the image was right, okay, and your targeting was on. So your ad numbers are going to look great. You're going to look at your ad and say, oh yeah, my ad's doing great. This is good. People are clicking and everything. But my landing page numbers are terrible, okay, because you're getting low quality clicks. You're getting a lot of clicks, but low conversions on the landing page. So you might, and I don't know this, but you may go back in and say, okay, well, I'm going to have to change the landing page. I'm going to have to change the title, or people don't like this, or whatever it is. When all it is you didn't write compelling copy in your ad to qualify or disqualify people before they clicked. Okay, so that's what that means. Now the next part is, what if your copy and your image are right, but the targeting's off? Well, then what's going to happen is, people are going to stop scrolling, but the ad's going to fall short, okay? Because you're not going to get any engagement. You're not hitting the right people, so you end up with a low number of clicks and ultimately a low number of conversions. So it's going to look like, 1, your ad stinks, and it's going to look like, 2, your landing page stinks. I mean, you're just going to think nothing's working, right? When all it was the targeting, okay? So those are the things that you have to look out for. Those are the things: the targeting, the image, the copy. If you don't have those are the things that are going to go wrong if you have 2 out of any 3 of those. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I'm really excited. Now, what happens if you get them all right? Well, it's real simple. You get what I call the paid ads trifecta. Okay, so that's a horse racing reference. I did grow up in Kentucky, and there you go. But it just means you hit everything right. 1, 2, 3. You got them all right. You hit the lottery, and that's what you're looking for. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out to you as soon as I could. It's very simple, but very powerful. All right, real quick, I wanted to talk to you about the Marketing with the Twain membership. So if you've signed up for any of my courses recently and you would want to switch it over to the Marketing with the Twain membership, because you'll get those courses inside of it, just let me know. Email me and let me know. But the Marketing with the Twain membership is really just about supporting you in all types of paid ads that you might want to do. Whether that's Facebook, or it's Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is. You're going to have access to all my courses. Okay, and we're gonna have live calls a couple times a month, and there's a private Facebook group. So if you want to know more about it, that's great. You can go to benblackman.com/membership, and that'll take you right to the page. I have a short video on there, and it'll tell you all about it. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment on it and let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys next time on episode 63. See ya.